tribes along the Mississippi River feared them, Alonso said that these giants actually seemed quite peaceful. Another more recent example of a possible giant, although still taking place a long time ago, comes from the late 1800s in Connecticut. On Wednesday, June 19, 1898, the Naugatuck Daily News carried an article titled "The Cotton Hollow Wild Man," and what it described as simply unbelievable. According to the story, 4 men identified as George Howes, Howard Bradley, James Durbin, and Jerry Wilson were working together in an area between Naugatuck and High Rock Grove, known as Cotton Hollow, not to be confused with a Connecticut town of the same name. This Cotton Hollow is part of modern-day Naugatuck. Now, these fellows weren't just co-workers, they also grew up in the same hometown of Danbury, and this meant that they were also friends, and so whenever their day ended, they often continued spending time together. A week before the story ran, the 4 men were doing what they usually did, calling on friends in the High Rock Grove area. But as the night dragged on, they decided it was time to return back to where they were staying in Naugatuck. As a matter of fact, it was getting way too late, and they all had to be at work early the next day. So George, Howard, James, and Jerry set back on foot in the direction of Naugatuck, and this path took them straight through Cotton Hollow. Even though it was sometime between 11 and midnight, no one was really spooked or anything. These were 4 grown men. But all that changed in an instant. Without warning, the bushes up ahead of them shuddered. According to the witnesses, a gigantic shape stepped out into the moonlight. It looked far too large to be a man, but before anybody could react, the intruder demanded a question. How far is the next town? Now, at this point, Jerry was the one leading the pack, and he's absolutely frozen in place. He could feel his hair standing on end, and Jerry was sure that his eyes must have bulged out of the sockets. But he finally mustered a response. 3 miles. And the moment Jerry spoke, the enormous shape took off without uttering another word. It simply disappeared in a flash, bolting from the bushes and heading off into the forest. The news